How's it going, YouTube? It's James from jcfitnessexperience.com, and today what I want to very quickly touch upon is the importance of setting goals when you want to achieve something within your health and fitness journey. What I've done a lot in the past is I've exercised regularly, but I've lacked vision, I've lacked focus, and what can happen with that, you can get demotivated, you can sort of miss workouts, you can lose the consistency that is ultimately required to actually obtain your health and fitness goals if you have them. Why should you have fitness goals? Why should you have goals in general? Because it gives you direction. We discuss in fitness the most important thing is consistency, dedication, commitment, continued progression. The only way you're going to achieve that is if you regularly attend the gym, regularly play sport, always regularly doing something. But to do that, you need to be seeing progress. How do you gauge progress if you haven't got a goal in mind? So quickly, I'm just going to discuss with you the most important aspects of setting goals. We often discuss personal trainers, fitness enthusiasts, fitness instructors about SMART goals. So we're looking at specific. Can you specifically measure it? Okay, so it needs to be specific in nature. I've set myself a goal of losing X amount of body fat. I've specified with myself the body fat levels that I want to reach. So it's specific, it's targeted. Next is measurable. So with regards to that, is it measurable? How can you know whether you're making the progress? There's a video that I've done on YouTube with regards to making sure that you don't use scales to gauge fat loss solely. It does still serve a purpose. So perhaps you can look at scales, you can look at body fat percentage, you can look at how clothes fit, your mood. It needs to be measurable. It needs to be sort of something that you can I suppose quantitative in nature. So you can see something where you were and to where you are. So whether that's fitting into size 12 top and then being able to fit into a size 8. For guys, it could be bigger particular muscles, bigger biceps, bigger chest. Again, taking photos, seeing changes will really, really rev you on towards your fitness goals. So we've got specific, we've got measurable. Next is attainable, achievable. It needs to be realistic, okay? So the A and the R of SMART, attainable, realistic, they can sort of blend into each other. You don't want to say, I'm going to put on 3 stone of muscle in a month, in a year, even 2 years. It's not going to be realistic, and you're setting yourself up for failure, and no one wants to fail. So it's important to set goals that you can, that you can achieve. You don't want to set them too low, because again, it can be a case of saying, oh well, I won't go to the gym today because ultimately it doesn't really matter, I'll achieve the goal anyway. You need to be accountable for your actions. Secondly, you don't want to have the bar too high in the sense that you're working towards a goal that's not possible. That can mean overtraining, the risk of injury. So you need to get a balance. You need to understand where you're at, where you want to be, and plan the journey as we go on that. So we've spoken about SMART goals, so specific, measurable, attainable, achievable, realistic, and the final one is time. Time, like the watch on your hand, you check it, get to a specific time, you know where you need to be. So I've got a personal training session in an hour. I need to plan between now and then to make sure I'm there. So by setting yourself a time limit, it gives you, again, direction. It gives you a level of accountability that you wouldn't get if you didn't have a deadline. That's why universities, that's why business, that's why everything is relating to deadlines. We need to deliver. We need to deliver on what we promise. So the likelihood is, if you do set yourself a goal and you put a time limit on it, it just spurs you on. It gives you focus, and again, consistency in your workouts. You won't want to miss a workout, because the thought of not achieving that goal, well, ultimately you don't want to fail. So yeah, again, with the time element, it needs to be realistic. So what we normally refer to is short-term, medium and long-term goals. Short-term can literally be setting the wheels in motion, okay? So with regards to that, it can be, right, I know my long-term goal is to lose, I don't know, a stone or 14 pounds, different sort of factors involved in that. So what you need to do, you need to be specific. And then you also need to think, how am I going to do that? The short-term things that are going to change it. Well, let's ensure that I'm getting to the gym 5 times a week. Okay? That's the first one. And every time you go to the gym, it's a little tick off that short-term goal, okay? You're making it happen. Those things are the building blocks to your long-term goal. Next is medium-term goals. Set yourself, if it's a month you've given yourself to, reach a medium-term goal. For example, I don't know, if you're looking at weight loss, your long-term goal is about to lose a stone. Let's break it down, where you need to be over the X amount of time. So the time element is going to be an important aspect, isn't it? Because ultimately, if you don't have a time aspect, you can't really devise the short, medium and long term. So say it's a year to get to your long term goal. Let's break it down into monthly, medium term goals, okay? So that way you can constantly be tracking your progress. And ultimately the long term goal is where you want to finish, or where you want to finish this part of your fitness journey. Remember, fitness journey, your health and well-being is a long term thing. It's a lifetime thing. It's all about having little cycles, different, macros sort of cycles, mesocycles, small, medium and long-term, training cycles. So you want to be changing things up regularly towards your goals. Once you've reached your goals, you then plan another one, and it's constantly climbing the ladder for success within fitness. And ultimately, these principles will hold you in really, really good stead for other things, such as business, such as social, such as nutrition, everything. It can all be relating to your SMART goals. So start implementing them, the SMART aspect of your short-term, medium and long-term goals, and hopefully that will help with motivation to get into the gym, and ultimately accountability, and most importantly it's just staying consistent with nutrition, with fitness and with your life. So I hope that's helped, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below, or like us on the Facebook page, my Twitter, which will be below, and my blog. So hopefully we'll catch up soon, and I will be posting more videos in the next few days. Thanks a lot.